Good day, students. Welcome to a clip on how to use a unit circle. We're going to be going over two examples. All right, let's go ahead and write down the instructions for the examples we're going to be going over. As you can see, we're going to need a unit circle to do these problems, all right? So the instructions are as follows. Find, find the exact value of all six trig ratios for the given common angles. All right, so for number one, we're going to consider the angle theta equals 60 degrees. Okay, so we're going to look for sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent of 60 degrees. So the first thing we're going to do is look for this angle theta on the unit circle. So theta is 60 degrees, so there goes 60 degrees. We're going to extract this coordinate right here, the coordinate that 60 degree falls on the unit circle. So we're going to have 60 degrees is the coordinate 1 over 2, 1/2, and root 3 over 2. Okay? So this is the x coordinate, and this is the y coordinate. All right, now we're going to start looking for our trig ratios, okay? So let's start with sine. We'll start with sine. Sine of 60 degrees is the y coordinate. Okay, how do I know? If you look at your unit circle ratio right here, sine theta is the y coordinate of the point, any point on the unit circle. So in this case, this is the point we're looking at. So y is sine. Okay, so sine 60 degrees is simply root 3 over 2. Okay, all right. Now that we have sine, let's go ahead and look for its reciprocal relative, which is cosecant. So if sine 60 is root 3 over 2, then cosecant, what is cosecant 60 going to be? Cosecant, if you look at a unit circle ratio, is the reciprocal of sine. Okay, so if I reciprocate sine, I'll get cosecant right here. Cosecant is 1 over y. So cosecant 60 degrees is 1 over y. I can do 1 over y, or I can just reciprocate this. Okay, so let me go ahead and reciprocate what sine is. So that yields 2 over root 3. Okay, now since we cannot have a radical in the denominator, we have to rationalize the denominator. Root 3 top and bottom, root 3, root 3. So that gives us 2 root 3 over 3 for the cosecant 60. All right. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, cosine 60 degrees. Now what is cosine? Let's look at the unit circle ratios. Cosine is the x coordinate on your unit circle. Okay, so you can see here, cosine is the x coordinate. So let's go ahead and use that. So cosine is x. So what's the x coordinate here? X coordinate is 1/2. So cosine 60 degrees is the x coordinate, which is 1/2. All right, is reciprocal is secant. So what is secant 60 degrees? If you look at a unit circle ratio, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, which is 1 over x. So I can do this over 1, or I can simply reciprocate this. It's quicker to just reciprocate 1/2, which would give me 2. All right, so secant 60 degrees is 2. All right, let's move on to tan. Tan 60 degrees. So what is tan 60 degrees? Well, tan 60 degrees is y over x. If you consult your unit circle ratios, that's what you see. So we're going to do 1/2, root 3 over 2, which is y, divided by 1/2. Okay? Now, why did I write it in this configuration? If you write it a fraction over a fraction, it's a little bit hard to work with. Since we're writing it vertically, I wrote it horizontally. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is multiply this by the reciprocal of that, or you just drop this, the first fraction, change the division to a times, and flip this fraction right here, 2 over 1. Okay? Just drop, change, flip. These two 2's divide out. your final answer is square root of 3. Okay, because root 3 over 1 is just root 3. Now the reciprocal of tan is cotangent. So the last one we need to find is cotangent 60 degrees. Alright, so cotangent is x over y. Alright, so this is x and this is y. So I'm going to write it horizontally. 1/2 divided by root 3 over 2. X over y. Okay, so we're going to drop, change, flip. So we'll drop this 1/2, change the division to a times, and then we'll flip that. That becomes 2 over root 3. And then you can divide these two, and you end up with 1 over root 3. Okay? Notice we could have skipped this step and just reciprocated this, put this over 1 and reciprocated this. That would have given us the same answer, alright? But we can't stop here because we have a square root in the denominator. So to fix that, we're going to rationalize the denominator by multiplying square root top and bottom. And then your final answer is going to be, your final answer is going to be root 3 over 3. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and organize all our results in one nice fashion so that it's easy to see. So we have sine 60 degrees was root 3 over 2. Cosecant 60 degrees was 2 root 3 over 3. Cosine 60 degrees was 1/2. And then secant 60 degrees is 2. Cotangent, let's do tan first. Tan 60 degrees is root 3. And then cotangent, which is the reciprocal of tan, is root 3 over 3. Okay? So these are your 6 trig ratios for theta equals 60 degrees. Alright? So there you have it.